Hey Aries, I hope you're doing well. This is going to be a general reading for September 8th through 14th for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Aries, we are going to start with a smoke reading here and see what we're getting for you. So we're going to do smoke stories and then we're going to get into the tarot and see what we have. Again, this is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Aries, I do have a deal going on right now for personals. It's a 2-question video reading or a general topic for 2222. Details are down below. This is going on for a limited time. We're going to see what we have going on here for you, Aries. Let's look into your smoke stories here, see what's happening. Some of you, there might be something significant about a boat. Something significant about a boat. So it could just, it could be travel, could be forward movement here. But some of you, there could be a person here who likes to fish or hunt. Maybe you like to fish or hunt. With this energy coming through here, though, it does feel like some of you are going to go on a really reflective journey. When we think of boats, like you're in the water, you know. Some of you could have some water energy around you in your energetic field. Maybe there's a water sign coming towards you here. But yeah, you know, when it comes to this energy, I do feel like you could be moving into a period of reflection here. The letter T could be important to someone here. That could mean something to you. Getting Aquarius energy here. It's almost giving like 6 of Swords vibes, you know? All right, Aries, let's see here what we have. The letter J or the letter A, C. Getting Pisces energy. Now that could just be in the astrology. A cycle might be closing here for some of you. You could be wanting to close some sort of chapter here that's been really confusing. I feel like a fog hasn't lifted and you've been waiting for quite some time for this fog to lift. Yeah, that's the energy I get here. Like there's literally a smoke spiral happening there. We're getting Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I feel like somebody kept trying to turn you in the opposite direction from what they were doing or from what was going on. It's like, look over here, Aries, look over there. You know, what's going on that way? I feel like there's deflection that was happening here or is happening here between the 8th and the 14th for some of you. But I feel like your intuition is on point about it. That could possibly be why we have that you know, Pisces energy coming through in the way that we do. Some of you, there's something about a house. You could be looking into buying a house. Maybe you're like looking at houses or apartments or townhouses or condos or something on Zillow here. That could be something that's on your mind. Some of you having prophetic dreams. You could drive by a place and it's like, I feel like I've been here. Like I feel like I saw this place in a dream. That's weird. You know, it's giving me that kind of energy here for a lot of you. It's not quite deja vu. It's like, yeah, you've seen that in a dream. It's odd. It's odd energy. Getting a black and white dog. Somebody here could have a black and white dog, but dogs often symbolize loyalty. So I'm wondering if there's something here where you and another person have polar opposite views of what loyalty is, or if it's like, you know, sort of somebody trying to have a gray area. You know, it's kind of giving me that energy here. I'm getting the word developments as well. I'm wondering if this has to do with property, property developments, or if this is something just coming through that's in development, in gestation. The number 23 or 33 could be significant to someone as well. Some of you, that could be union. Maybe you're in a union, but like it could be coming together with someone here. Could be a decision coming up. Could be collaboration, teamwork. Let's see what we have coming through here for you, Aries, in your tarot reading. Some of you could be growing on socials. If you're on socials, if that's something, like if that's a goal of yours, I feel like it could be coming through here. With the sun, it says Insta famous on the card because I'm using the Millennial Tarot. We're going to clarify with, I think that's Universal that I'm getting ready to clarify with. Ooh, There's literally a house in that card. I'm telling you, some of you, that could be something that's up ahead for you. You have the Emperor, and that is literally your energy, Aries. Hello. It says the patriarchy, but we're just going to avoid that for now. We're not going to get into all that energy, but you know, I do wonder, I gotta say, Aries, I feel like there could be, for some of you, a Capricorn or maybe a fellow Aries here that's, this says F-boy on the card. This is the devil here in this deck. I do wonder if there's somebody who could be a little bit, like if you could be dealing with a male who has certain views that maybe you just don't click with, don't align with. Maybe that's why we're seeing that black and white dog, right? Whatever. But you know, when it comes to that Emperor energy, Aries, I really feel like it's showing up as the overall, because you're just in your power at this time, or you're stepping into your power. You have the Sun showing up here. This is a Leo card, but it says insta famous. Overall, though, it's just a card of happiness, high vibrations, joy, new beginnings. We have the Seven of Swag underneath it. It says hustle culture. And I do think that for a lot of you, there's been a lot of hard work being put into something, and it's possible that you've not really seen the recognition that you've been looking for. You've not really seen the change that you've been looking for in this situation. So you've poured a lot of effort into something, and I think now there's about to be something that's acknowledged here within that situation. Maybe it has to do with a Leo or a Taurus for some of you, but we'll figure out what's going on there with that in just a second. We have the World showing up. It says boozy brunch. Underneath that, we have the Nine of Feels. It says hashtag blessed. So I do wonder if, you know, for some of you, you could be connecting with someone. I'm getting reuniting specifically. Now, this doesn't have to mean that you've had some messy breakup and you're coming back together. I reckon it could be, right? But it really feels like there's a person who maybe lives at a distance, and you know, you're meeting up with them, having brunch, whatever, right? Or this could be just a family member you've not seen in quite some time. You're finally seeing them. Maybe it's like even just a dinner at your house, right? Whatever. I do think that for some of you, you are meeting up with someone that you've been kind of distant from. It doesn't feel like it's for any bad reason, but we'll see. Some of you, that could be a fixed sign, Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, or a Pisces. We have the Five of Swag here, which is the Five of Pentacles. It says furlough on the card. If that's for you, you're going to know it, but I honestly feel like this is an energy that's clearing up, because underneath that you have the Nine of Swag, the Nine of Pentacles. It literally says first-time home owner. Somebody here could have Venus in Virgo, but I do think a lot of you are in a space where you're coming out of a Five of Pentacles energy, whether it be material trouble, like trouble with finances, trouble with home, with work, or whether it be this energy of feeling lonely, you know. Let's see what we have coming through here. What's going on for the Sun and the Seven of Pentacles? Some of you, like, this is something you've waited for. I feel like you've poured a lot of energy into this. The Nine of Pentacles is showing up, so this means that you have the Nine of Pentacles twice. Nine of Cups, so that means you have the Nine of Cups twice as well. So yeah, your support system is going to be really significant between the 8th and the 14th. The 9th might be an important day. The 9th might be an important day. But when it comes to this energy here, the Nine of Pentacles also talks about making sure that you're taking care of yourself, you know, so pampering yourself, Aries. It doesn't have to mean that you're buying crazy luxury items, but, you know, just making sure that you're doing things for you, right? So yeah, I do think there's a wish that's being fulfilled here as far as finances go, but I also feel like there's somebody who really wants to support you, like they want to come in and be a part of your support system. They want to be a friend to you. They want to be connected to you on some level. Here we have the Ace of Wands. Yeah, a passionate new beginning coming up here with a person. It could be a fire sign, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, it's been slow moving. I feel like there's been a lot of... Oh, okay. There's the Emperor. You're getting like double cards, you know, because Emperor's your overall. Aries, I feel like there's been a lot of caution here with the Knight of Pentacles. I'm going to see what's happening. Knight of Pentacles is a very slow moving knight, but there's been a lot of hesitancy with having this new beginning here. The Hierophant showing up, Taurus energy. Some of you could have been married and divorced, and maybe that's part of this. You know, could be widowed. There's something about this here where I feel like it's hard to start again. Yeah, let's see. Let's see what else we've got coming through here. Strength in the Four of Pentacles. You're in like self-preservation mode. It's like you're trying to protect yourself here. There's almost like a defensive energy coming through because something happened, Aries. And I think that because of it, your heart is forever changed, okay? Some of you, this could have been with a Leo, a Taurus, a Capricorn. You've actually got quite a bit of Leo energy out here. But, you know, I think there's a holding back, or there's someone else who's holding back. But I feel like whatever happened here in this situation, the heart was forever changed because of it. Three of Cups is showing up. This could, like I said, reunion, dating. And it's like I said, whatever's happening here with a person, I don't think there was something negative, okay? But I do think that whatever happened before this is what's kind of getting in the way now, if that makes sense. Some of you, this could be, you know, a family member coming towards you, and it's like, you know, we haven't met up in a while, and they're telling you stuff that's been happening that's kind of changed their heart, changed their mind and their perspectives, changed the way that they show up in relationships, right? Let's see what we have over here for the Five of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. What's going on there? So, I do see for a lot of you, oh my God, okay. All cup energy right here to clarify this, you know. Somebody could be trying to move back to their hometown or move back to somewhere they've been before. You can see he's sitting at the trunk of this tree. He's going back to his roots. But, you know, I also feel like this is a tendency to go back to what's comfortable, to what's familiar. So just be mindful of that throughout this time frame, Aries, because Six of Cups is showing up here. This is reminiscing on the past, right? Some of you, maybe you're moving into a lonesome energy, and you know, you're also in a defensive energy. So it's sort of giving like the Queen of Swords almost, like the open hand, the welcoming hand, and the sword up. It's like a little bit of mixed signals, you know. But Two of Cups, I feel like there is someone who wants to connect with you here, Aries. But I also feel that for a lot of you, Strength, Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, all of this energy showing up here makes me feel like there is some monumental achievement up ahead for you. And I'm not quite sure what that is yet. Maybe we'll get a better read on that next week. But it is kind of starting to show through, if that makes sense. I feel like the energy is creeping up in this reading. So I don't necessarily feel it's going to show up in this time frame, but I feel like you're on the verge of something really big here. But for now, in this energy, it does kind of feel like Spirit's warning against head over heart energy, because again, I think some of you, maybe your heart has just been changed from a situation, and maybe you're not really familiar with what you're comfortable with at this point. So I do think for some of you, maybe it's hard to open up in certain situations because you're not sure how far you're going to be able to take it. So it's kind of giving me that energy here a little bit, Aries. But this could also be a person that you're connecting with, and nobody's required to wait. So just remember that, Aries. Whether this is you or a person you're dealing with who's holding back, nobody's required to wait, okay? So that's what I'm seeing here for you. Some of you could definitely have a Leo or a Capricorn coming your way here in this time frame. I definitely feel like there's an energy here that has gone through something. Maybe they've gone through a job loss, or maybe they've gone through a change of heart. You know, there's something about the heart, matters of the heart here. You've got a lot of green cards. Maybe that's another way that that's coming through. Green is associated with the heart chakra. But Aries, that's what I'm seeing here for you. I hope that this was helpful or fun, or whatever you needed it to be. Now, I do have that deal going on right now for personals. It's a 2-question video reading or a general topic. It is $22.22. You get it within 2 to 3 business days, okay? That is closing out soon, so be sure to get your hands on that if you're interested. Details are down below. But Aries, if this is where we part, I want to thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you, and hopefully I will see you next time. Y'all take care.